Hi, everyone, and welcome to our webinar today. My name is Adrian Amont. I will be your presenter today. Today, our agenda is I'm going to introduce myself to give you a little bit about me and what I do. Then we're going to take a look at challenges of traditional maintenance management. We're going to look at how ZenduMaintenance can help solve those challenges. We're going to do a little bit of an exploration on the ZenduMaintenance-Geotab integration advantage and how it sets ZenduMaintenance above other maintenance management systems. And then we're going to take a quick look at some reporting that we can get out of it and how this is going to help drive the maintenance program. So I'll start with an introduction about myself. As I said, my name is Adrian Amont. I am a success manager here at ZenduIT. I'm sure some of you have worked directly with me, others maybe not. And I've been with the organization for close to 3 years now. I've worked in a few different roles here. And I would consider myself to be probably our #1 expert on ZenduMaintenance. I have a overview of it from front to back, pretty much an expert on this system, as well as the other roles and duties I fulfill. So let's get started taking a look at ZenduMaintenance and the challenges of traditional maintenance management. Because we all know that maintenance management is a big role to fill within an organization. And some of the challenges that come up in the maintenance management space are procedures not being followed correctly. We have ineffective repair history and tracking because, if we're using a paper-based system, we maybe don't have a good overview of what's actually happening. Or if we do, it can be very difficult to put it all together into a single cohesive idea. The secondary, another part is if we have part outs, parts that aren't available to affect repairs because maybe our inventory tracking system is again done by paper. We're tracking things in Excel spreadsheets, and it can be very hard to put all together. Then we have poor coordination between teams. This can be bringing vehicles or assets in for maintenance, understanding when they need to come in, things like that. Then we have unplanned downtime. This can be a result of a maintenance, a scheduled maintenance or preventative maintenance being missed, causing a unplanned failure of the equipment. And in the end, this costs organizations money. And we typically want to avoid it. And then, as I've touched on in a few of the other points, it can be very difficult to have a very broad overview of the maintenance program because we could be tracking the maintenance program by paper, in spreadsheets, and we don't necessarily know when things are due, whether it's been done without sifting through a lot of paper. So this brings us into the financial impact that all these things have. The financial impact can be pretty big on an organization because we can have expensive unplanned repairs that impact cash flow. Because if we miss a maintenance activity, it can have a trickle-down effect on a piece of equipment at a later time. This gives us lost productivity because now our asset is out of service. So this impacts our bottom line because one, we have to affect the repair on the asset, and then two, we're also losing productivity on that piece of equipment. This unplanned downtime, preventing equipment use, ties right into that. And then we can have delays performing maintenance due to part outs. This is where we don't have the parts we need to affect the maintenance. And this drives all those 3 other things, making them take longer and cost more money. And then lastly, it's hard to measure our technician productivity and workload. And this can cause us to have too many technicians or not enough technicians at any time, making it difficult to schedule the technicians in to make sure that they're there to affect the repairs when we need them. There's typically two perspectives that we have when we're looking at a maintenance program. The first one being the manager perspective. Because managers are primarily concerned with, they want to reduce our downtime on the equipment, and we want to increase the productivity. By doing this, we're reducing our operating costs. And if we have an effective maintenance program, we can extend the asset life. Assets are expensive to replace, and the less we have to replace them, the more we can extend their life, the better. Then the manager wants to understand, what are my technicians doing? How long is it taking them? Are they affecting repairs in an efficient manner? And then lastly, it's hard to measure and report on the work that was performed, because if we have all kinds of paper forms coming in or emails being sent, or it's just going into a spreadsheet, maybe we don't get the full picture of what's actually happening. Then we need to look at it from a technician perspective. What do technicians want to do? Well, they want to fix things. So they need to be able to rapidly find the parts, tools, information, and people that they need to interface with to get these repairs done. They want to save time. They want improved workflows. They want to spend more time doing the job and less time trying to figure out what the job actually is. And lastly, of course, they want it to be easy to use. They don't want to have to go through all kinds of complicated processes to do their job. So how can ZenduMaintenance help solve this problem? Well, luckily, ZenduMaintenance is a full suite package. We go everything from having an overall dashboard. This is one of the keystones for the administrative side, as well as technician side, because technicians and administrators both get a dashboard that can be customized to suit their needs. We're able to view the status of all our assets in one easy-to-use place. We have maintenance scheduling. So if we have an asset that needs to be maintained on a schedule, or mileage, engine hours, that can all be automated through the ZenduMaintenance solution. We're able to have a good overview of open and closed work orders, so we can see the asset history. Asset history is important because we need to know, are all of the maintenances that are supposed to be performed against an asset being done? Are they being done on time? How long are they taking? What are they costing? This ties into our full records and reporting, because we can pull many reports out of the system to figure out exactly what's happening within our maintenance program. It also allows multi-site capabilities, because not every operation has all of their assets located in a single location. We can have locations in different cities, in different states, even in different countries. And it gives us, what ZenduMaintenance gives us the ability to do, is look at all of this maintenance information in a holistic way across the whole organization. We don't need to be on site to view what's going on in our maintenance program, because it's all within a single system. Then we have notification ability. When an asset is coming due for maintenance, maintenance has been scheduled, there's a breakdown, a repair, this can all be notified through email, through push notifications, and also directly within the ZenduMaintenance dashboard, where we can get alerting there. All of this is available on desktop and mobile, meaning that if you have a smartphone, you can view it there. If you have your laptop, you can do it there. If you have your desktop, you can do it there, even from your tablet. All of this fits together to give us a fast, efficient, and reliable system, right, through optimal maintenance. What we've seen through the use of ZenduMaintenance is that we're showing organizations that are using ZenduMaintenance are showing a 20% increase in equipment uptime. This is an average. We're showing an overall 10% decrease in maintenance costs. And then the big one is our equipment breakdown. We have 70% less instances of unplanned equipment breakdown just by having an effective maintenance program within an organization. So ZenduMaintenance, it's a cloud-based system. It's disrupting enterprise and other fleet maintenance programs, because we have it's got an industry-leading user experience. The smartphone application is optimized for technician use, both on iOS and native applications. We've got a nice intuitive web experience with simple optimized workflows. It has the ability to connect to enterprise ERP systems. This is systems like Oracle, NetSuite, or other ERP or financial systems that your organization might be using. Can be integrated directly into there to give you a better financial overview and monitoring. We have top-rated KPI management capabilities. There's visual dashboards with over 20 pre-built widgets, which can be customized to your needs. Currently, it says over 100 pre-built reports included out of the box. That number currently stands today at 140. So we have 140 stock reports ready to go, ready to use. And of course, we offer a 99.5% uptime guarantee. Though I can honestly say I've never actually seen our platform go down. It tends to be available all the time, wherever you are, whenever you need it. So how can ZenduMaintenance help solve the challenges of maintenance management? Well, the fastest path to better maintenance is using ZenduMaintenance because it allows us to organize, track, and schedule maintenance activities. It integrates directly with Geotab to drive engine data, such as our engine hours and odometer readings directly into the system, as well as DVIRs, our driver vehicle inspections that they're doing pre and post trip. If we have a defect there, it can automatically be reported into ZenduMaintenance. So let's take a look at this for a minute. So as you can see here, we've got our odometer and our engine hours readings, which are taken directly from Geotab. They are automatically streamed into ZenduMaintenance to give us accurate readings. Now you're probably saying to yourself, well, I can record that. My drivers can record that. My technicians can record them. Sure, they can, but two factors weigh into this. First is people can miskey things when they're entering it in. And second, what if your asset is out, unavailable for actual physical inspection? Well, this will allow us to capture that information even when it's on the road, so that we know next time it comes into the yard or into our maintenance facility, we know that, okay, this is what our readings are at, and any work orders that should have been triggered based off of those readings will be there, ready, and waiting. The next part is the DVIRs. Sometimes we have drivers, when they're doing their walk around, they notice items that are defective. And as you can see, they would fill out their DVIR using the Geotab Drive application, and that would translate directly into a work order within ZenduMaintenance, allowing us to automate work order creation for these repairs. It would go to the maintenance administrator, who is going to evaluate and determine if we need to pull this in now or schedule this maintenance for later. And the last part is our engine fault data. Okay, when we have engine faults and after treatment diesel particulates, NOx warnings, general vehicle warning lights, things like that, they are going to translate directly into the asset information on ZenduMaintenance, meaning we don't have to go run reports in Geotab to figure out if there's a problem. It'll be there available for use right within the ZenduMaintenance system to make scheduling the work orders to affect these repairs very easily. With a couple clicks, we can turn one of these engine faults directly into a work order. So what about reporting? Because we all know reporting is a really important part of a maintenance program. If we don't understand what's happening in our maintenance program, what it's costing us, what our time it looks like for affecting repairs, how can we manage or measure our maintenance program? So within ZenduMaintenance, there's a ton of reporting features. As I said, more than 140 built-in reports that come stock with the system. This gives us a few different things. We have the ability to measure our productivity and efficiency. We can even customize the reporting capability. So if there's a report that doesn't exist within those 140 reports that come with the system, more can be built to suit your needs. We're able to do stock and usage reporting. So this is where we have our supply chain, and we might need to actually affect a repair against it, make sure we have the parts we need. And we can also forecast the maintenance and part usage. We can do shift reports. We can report against scheduling against daily, weekly, monthly, and more to get technician reports. And we can gain a better understanding of our maintenance program, challenges, and successes. So within the power of reporting, we have categorized reports so you can find the report you're looking for quickly and easily. We're able to look at open work order, closed work order, inventory control reports, asset reports, user reports, business metrics, customized reports, forecasting reports, and scheduled maintenance. These are just the broad categories that we get. And within these, there are multiple reports. Then we get a look at detailed work order reporting. So we can do detailed reporting against work orders so that we can track the issue, completion notes, the work performed, and the status of the work order. This is just a small subsample of what comes out of this particular report. There is a lot more information in this report that unfortunately my screen just isn't big enough to display. These can all be exported in multiple formats. They can come out in CSVs, Excel formats, and PDF formats. So we're able to get detailed reporting against all the activities that are happening within our maintenance program, so that everybody who needs to know does know. For example, we're able to see, this is an example report that I pulled out. We're able to see which assets are requiring the most maintenance over a given time period. So if we start to see assets that are requiring large number of hours for maintenance, we're actually able to identify those on a unit by unit basis, because this could possibly indicate that we may be having some kind of equipment failure. Maybe it's time to replace that asset, because as assets age, they may require more maintenance. But it comes to a point where what can happen is it costs us more to maintain that asset over a period of time than it would just replace the asset and reduce our maintenance. Then we've got report scheduling. So you don't even have to go in and manually run your reports. You can have the report set up, configured to go to specific users at specific days of the week, time of day, monthly, weekly, yearly, daily, even hourly if you so wanted. If you wanted a report that comes out every 4 hours, which I can't think of a situation where someone might want that, but it is possible. You can set custom parameters on these reports so that it shows only the information you're interested in and nothing else. So I want to take a minute, and this is our Q&A, and I want to ask you a question. So I've got a poll that I'd like everyone to answer, just so I can see what everyone is. And my question is, how do you currently handle your maintenance management program? I've got a few options here. I want to know, are we using ZenduMaintenance, another computerized maintenance management software, paper-based system, or are we not managing our maintenance at all? So while I let people have an opportunity to answer that, I want to ask if anyone has questions of their own today, because I'm sure there's going to be some questions here. So this is your opportunity to ask and hear directly from the expert. I've got some interesting results from our poll here, so I'm gonna share the results. All right, so let's share our results, and then I'll go into answering the question. So it looks like a lot of people here have no formal organization in their maintenance program. I'm going to say shame on you. Reach out to me, please. Let's do something about that. Those of you that vote that are using a paper-based system, again, let's have a conversation, because I think that we can work together to try and improve your workflows. So I've got a couple different questions here. So the first one is, what is the cost to add this on to Geotab? That really depends. There is some variable pricing on that, and I would recommend that you do reach out to myself or another member of the success team to discuss pricing. It can be on a per vehicle or a per user basis. So we have a couple different pricing models available. However, specific pricing, I mean, that's going to vary situation to situation. Connor asks, how long does it typically take to onboard ZenduMaintenance? Well, this really depends on your organization. Typically, a full implementation of ZenduMaintenance from start to finish, depending on the complexity of your maintenance program, can go anywhere from a couple months up to a year. For very large organizations, I've been involved in a couple implementations where we're looking at several hundred assets that need to be tracked. And I've seen those take a year or so, where I've also seen smaller organizations that maybe have less complex a less complex maintenance program. I've seen those up and set up and ready to go in a matter of about 2 months, including all of the training and information that an organization needs to get things going. Okay. Any other questions, particularly from people with no formal organization or paper-based maintenance systems? Please ask. ZenduMA be customized? For example, just notification and reminders. Yes, it can be. If you, I think I might need to have a follow-on question for myself on this one, actually. So for notification and reminders of maintenance, yes, this can definitely be done. Where it can be driven either by the Geotab readings or by a time-based schedule. So you can use the system just for notification and reminders. However, you wouldn't be not necessarily taking advantage of most of the power of the integration, most of the power of the system, because the ZenduMaintenance system is really built to be a full-featured maintenance management suite where, yes, we get the notification and we get the reminders of upcoming maintenance or upcoming asset activities. But I think you'd be missing out on a lot of the power of actually monitoring what it's costing to do the repairs, what parts are being used, how long are they taking. But that's not to say it's not possible, because I actually have one organization that uses ZenduMaintenance. They use it for their maintenance program, of course, to manage all the maintenance across their assets. Currently, I think they have like 43 different sites with over 400 assets that they're managing. But what their team has done there, interestingly enough, is they're also using it for their internal meeting reminders, right? They're creating a work order to schedule their company meetings, which is interesting because they're using the system to schedule it, to send the notifications, and to record all their meeting minutes directly into ZenduMaintenance so that they have a record. Are these meetings happening when they're supposed to be? And they're using the work order system for that, which is interesting. Dan asks, can this system be used with an AVL provider other than Geotab? Can it be used on its own without an AVL provider? The answer to both is yes. Currently, the systems that will directly integrate with the ZenduMaintenance platform is Geotab, of course, but we're also able to integrate Samsara and KeepTruckin for AVL platforms. Those are the three that we support currently, with more coming in the future. And can it be used on its own without an AVL provider? Sorry. Yes, it can. It can be used as a standalone application that doesn't require a Geotab or AVL platform to power it. However, what you'd be missing out on in that case is the automatic meter readings. Everything else would function as expected for managing the program. You'd be able to set up your schedules. You'd be able to do it for meter readings. You'd be able to do it for time-based readings. The only difference being is you're not going to get the automatic meter reading transferred in from the AVL platform. So you would be looking at more of a manual input system at that point. But yeah, absolutely can be done. Okay. Any other questions from anyone before we wrap up here? All right. It doesn't look like I'm getting any more questions in. Of course, please feel free to reach out to myself or our success team here at ZenduIT. I've put the information on the screen there. If you're interested in finding out more, if you'd like a demonstration of the software, have questions around functionality, pricing, training, onboarding, or any other concerns that you might have, again, feel free to reach out. No, thank you, Dan. Thank you for the great questions. Really appreciate it. Those are good questions. Good that I think are gonna help other people as well. I want to thank everybody for their time today, and I hope everybody stays safe and has a great day.